Alright, just took a short little break. Let's go ahead and jump into this. I wanted to say some of these episodes are going to be a little awkward. I try and do it where, like, smooth, clean cuts in between. I try to keep them around half an hour, unless I'm streaming. But with The Witcher, it's harder to do because, with a big game like this, it's really hard to do that because sometimes there's like, 15, 20 minutes of just dialogue. And I don't want to release an episode that's 30 minutes long. 10 minutes of that is me wandering around, is me, not wandering, but me going from point A to point B, and then it's 15 to 20 minutes of talking, and then it's me wandering from point A to point B for another 5 to 10 minutes, and then that's the whole episode. So they're going to be longer episodes, and they're going to be spaced, and they're going to have odd little cuts in there. And one thing I'm going to try and do is the quest boards, I'm obviously going to hit every single one to get the missions and quests, but not every message on here is a quest one. So I'm going to read through them, but I might just kind of skim over them too. Like looking to borrow a plow. That's not quest related. It's I mean, it's somebody in the village literally saying, "Hey, can I borrow a plow?" So I'm not fully gonna read that one. Outdoor relief, I don't know what that is. I might read that one, but like here, wanted deserter. That's probably a mission. Contract, Devil by the Well. Another contract. And then volunteers wanted. That might be a contract. I don't know. So like those ones, like the contracts, I'm gonna read. But the rest of them, I'm kind of just going to skim over. Imperial Garrison announces that every week the village's poor may come by to collect food rations. Rations will be distributed to supplicants able to document proof of their poverty. Cheats will be punished. Yeah, that's nothing. But I want to take it. That way it's cleared from the message board. Wanted deserter. Last night, a soldier fled from the army camp under cover of darkness. The wanted man, a recruit who recently volunteered to join his Imperial Majesty's service, goes by the name of Odrin. He claimed to be a Cadweni by birth, but said King Henselet's misrule had convinced him to join the Imperial Army. He was part of said institution for a mere 2 days, but managed to eat and drink enough in that time for an entire regiment of dragoons. Anyone with information about this deserter's present location is to report to the garrison at once. Description: modest stature, wiry, with thinning hair. He fled in his undergarments by squeezing out through the latrine's drainage system, and probably thus reeks like an old boar. Well, hopefully he showered since then. Characteristics. Characteristic marks can be easily recognized by his voice, which has the telltale rasp of a hardened alcoholic. Anyone found providing shelter or sustenance to this deserter will be subjected to a summary court-martial. I don't know if that's an actual quest or not. Volunteers wanted. By order of Captain Peter Sayre Gwynleave, let it hereby be known that it's hereby known. Damn it. Let it hereby be known that enlistment in the Imperial Army is now open. Recruits will be provided with room, board, and regular pay. Yet the greatest payment of all is the honor of serving Emir Var Emirs, Dathwin Adon Yin Karn, Ape Murdorn. Jesus. Once enlisted, recruits will be trained under the tutelage of the Emperor's greatest strategists. Recruits' families will be assured sufficient sustenance for the entire time of their service. In the case of their death on the field of glory, they will receive a lifelong pension. Brother missing. Bastion, my brother, went off to fight the Black Ones. I've reason to think he stood in a great battle nearby. He's not returned to this day. Like many others, you'll say, and you'll be in the right. But if he fell, and I know it's like he did, I'd give him up to the ground. I'd give him up to the ground at the least. Like our fathers have done always. I'd bury him neath the barrow where our parents lie, not leave his corpse to be ate by the corpsers prowling that battleground. So I seek a man brave, able with a sword, and willing to venture out with me to find Bastion. I won't pay much, for I've not much to give, but I'm not stingy with gratitude and sure to show it a plenty. Any man willing to help, look for a raised hut along the road with White Orchard, just near the bridge. I've made camp there. Dune Vildenvert. Contract, Devil by the Well, good folk. I know there's a war on and every man's got trouble enough of his own, but perhaps there's one of you who could help a father in need. You all surely know the well in the ruined village, and the devil that guards it with a jealous fury. And if you don't know, well, come ask and I'll tell you all about it. Whoever drives that monster away from the well will get a fat purse full of gold. Just don't tarry, for it's an urgent matter. Audlin. Points of interest. There is much of interest to be found in the world's dense forest and fog-clad swamps. Whenever you peruse a notice board, question marks will appear on your mini-map to indicate potential interesting places. Seek them out to learn what secrets they hold. Oh, there are many places of interest nearby to see what's in the area. Go to the world map panel with touchpad. Yeah, brother missing. Quest updates. When one of your quests is updated, a notification will appear on the left side of the screen. If you're not currently tracking the updated quest, you can by pressing R3 to start tracking it. Yeah, Devil by the Well. And is that it? No, missing in action, the brother. Well, that was a demonic laugh.
Faster. Take it easy.
Oh, that's a quest. Okay, I'll do this one. This is another tutorial. It's an easy one to do.
What happened here?
Oh, got a wee bit chilly the night, so I set fire to my forge. Got it nice and roaring. Roasted some wieners. What do you think happened, dimwit? Some bugger set alight me workshop. I've lost everything. Everything!
Sorry. Any suspects?
Whole damned village. I've lived here half a century. Thought they saw me as one of their own. But everything changed when the Black Ones came. I'm the only smith around, so I got to service their garrison. Bang dents out of plate, shoe horses. That sort of thing. Nilfgaardians don't pay me a bloody copper. Just give me supplies and orders. But humans can't fathom that. They think I'm getting rich off their misfortune. That I sleep on a pile of gold like a ploughing dragon. They've stopped talking to me. Spit when I pass. And now this.
I can find your arsonist, provided you're willing to pay.
I've not much left, but I'll give you all if you bring me that horse in, so that he gets what he deserves. The night of the fire, I heard movement outside my hut. Went out to see if I could find any tracks, but found nothing. But then I haven't got cat eyes, have I? Good luck.
Yeah, it's really dirty how they did this guy. Track quest. Oh, it didn't track it. Let's do that. World map real quick. Get rid of these. Every important location you've discovered will be marked on your world map. To jump to your current objective, press L3. Scroll the map, use L. Current objectives marked with circle. Available quest with that. Here you can see the objectives of your currently tracked quests. If there are multiple objectives, you can switch between them by pressing R3. Here you can see a mini-map showing an overview of the region. Use R2 to increase or decrease its size. So that's the world map. Toussaint. I was calling it like Terramir or something like that. It's Toussaint. That's the Blood and Wine DLC. Then yeah, White Orchard. This is the starting area. It's the smallest open world area. You can go to the Royal Palace of Vizima, but there's nothing there. It's like 2 rooms. That's it. Well, not 2 rooms, but it's an extremely small area. And then yep, Kaer Morhen up there. That's the second smallest. Actually, yeah, I'd say that's the smallest. Yeah, that's the second smallest. And that's still a good-sized area, too, even though it's the second smallest. And then it's White Orchard. And I want to say these 2 areas are the same. You can travel to certain spots in each one, but they're actually connected. You got the Skellig Isles, and then the Duchy of Tucson. I don't know if that's how you say that word. Duchy? Duchy? I don't know. Douchey? I'm actually meant to stay on the world map. And so it's way up there to the north. And I am going to explore all these marks before I leave. For one, it helps you get a good jump. There's a lot of like treasure items around here with some good gear, or decent starting gear. But the biggest thing is the words of power. There's 5 here, and the first time you visit a place of power, I say words of power, place of power. The first time you visit one, you get an ability point. So you can go through and you can find all these quests and complete these little monster nests and get like gear and some crafting supplies and stuff. So you get experience and you'll eventually level up. And on top of that, you get an additional 5 ability points, which gives you a hell of a boost at the beginning of the game. But we'll get to the leveling stuff later. Once I actually do level up, I'm just over halfway there. What was the original reason I came? Quests. Quest list. Here you'll find information about all your quests. If you have accepted multiple quests, use the touchpad or left stick to move between them. And press X to track the selected quest. Alright, so I don't want to do that one. I want to do Twisted Firestarter. Yeah, use your senses to look behind the forge for clues about the arsonist. There were only a handful of non-humans in White Orchard. One of them was the dwarf Willis, an excellent blacksmith whose wares attracted peasants from far and wide. Sadly, his forge had burned to the ground shortly before Geralt arrived. Willis suspected the fire had been started deliberately and asked the Witcher to investigate this alleged arson. Yeah, I already know who did it and everything. Points of interest. Dungeon, monster nests. Oh, the world is brimming with interesting places filled with danger or treasure. Such sites are marked on your mini-map with the following icons. Come on, collect it. There we go. What are you doing back here, kid?
Fiddlesticks!
Is this...
Don't you look at me.
You're the one back here like a creep. I'm back here working. You're hiding behind a bush trying to whistle at people. Oop. Let's gather these real quick. Or just wildly swing at nothing. Where was it? Here we go.
Footprints. A man's. Large.
Yeah, it's important to gather these items as you go, because it's funny. Like a good healing item that you can craft, you have to gather. I think it's these white myrtles. I can't remember, but there's a. Oh, what the hell is that? Oh my God! It was a cow. It was just glitching or sitting weird or something. I don't know. It was just crazy looking. But there's there's a good healing potion you can make at towards the beginning of the game, but the area that you go to actually doesn't have the resources you need. Once you learn to make it, or the resources aren't easy to get. Ooh, orange, take all. But in White Orchard,
went in the water. Probably wanted to cover his trail.
But in White Orchard, it has a bunch of the resources you need, so it's important to start gathering them around here.
Something jumped out of the rushes. Drowners. But he managed to escape. Lost his boots in the rush.
Wow, Drowner's this close to the village?
Tracks lead back to the village.
Hey, he looks like the guy from the road.
we meet again.
Thank you for saving
It
me.
is.
People say all kinds of things about witches, but I've always known yours to be an honorable guild.
So you managed to salvage some goods.
Yes, but I await the repair of my wagon. As time passes, my losses grow. Do you need something? I'll let it go half-free.
Let me have a look at your stock.
So he gives you a discount also, even if you ask for some gold. Whoa, Temerian light armor. Required level 4. That's why it's marked out. How much does he want? 202 just for the boots. Yeah, 45. Yeah, I can't even buy any of it. Temerian horse blinders, 20 to horse fear level. Temerian saddle, 25 stamina. Temerian saddlebags, yeah, 30 to inventory. 183. Can't afford none of that. Amateur weapon toolkit. Ooh, I need that. Oh wow, okay, I thought it was for 60 for one. It's a 60 for all three. They're each worth 20. Alright, yeah, let's get that. Ooh, Griffin decoction. There we go, need that. Oh, I don't have enough. He's got some enough guard, or some cards. What is that? Rabbit pelt, okay. Well, I don't think I actually need that. I can't remember. I'll wait a little bit before I buy it. So remember, because we do the contract to take on the Griffin, so having that decoction could help. Who's sobbing? What happened to his? Oh, there we go.
They could have sewed his head back on. Word is they laid his corpse to rest.
Trail ends here, but I'll recognize him by his wounds.
Not gonna worry about taking the other stuff for now. Definitely all the water. Whoops. Alright, you're nasty. Stop with that. Looting something through the wall. Oh, God. Hey, here he is.
Browner claw marks. It's gotta be him.
No boots. Wounded.
Nasty wound. Run into a drowner?
What the fuck do you care?
Whoa, our arsonist's a charmer too. Come on, Smith wants to talk to you.
I ain't not talk to a non-human. Sons of bitches all, and dwarves are the worst. Greedy little magpies, do anything for gold they will. They forge the blades the black ones put to our throats, am I not right? Listen, we can work this out man to man. I give you gold, you don't turn me in. My mum died a while back and I sold her tools. I've spent some, but what's left is yours.
Magpies and dwarves might be greedy, but I'm not. Can't buy me.
Then I'll beat your fucking mug to a pulp!
Calm down. Now follow me.
Can we go out this door? No? Okay. Oh, he's walking on his own. He wasn't even following me.
I gotta apologize. Gotta go. Apologize.
Oh, you're gonna take forever. It still lets me examine the blood. Doesn't do nothing though.
told me about the Smith
Oh, wait, is he that way?
Went missing one day, so folk nabbed a witchman that was hunting nearby.
Oh, yeah, that was the way we just came from. That's okay, yeah.
Would you raise a glass with me?
It's Durban now. D-E-R-V-A-N. Not Goidemar.
What do you mean? I know what they named you at your cutty. What kind of name is that anyway? Durban.
Nilfgaardian. My gran was from Nazaire.
Oh, so that's how it is. Then by my leave, Master Durban, may the Gold Sun guide you far away from my land.
It's raining.
Oh, come on, dude.
And
I just noticed something on that tree.
He bumped his head when he went to bed and wet himself. Good morning.
Witchers, would you say? Who taught you that?
Chetty.
Now listen carefully. You're never to sing that rhyme again. Never. And you're not
Come on,
to
dude.
Chetty no more.
But Chetty, that's me.
Chetty's a little fool who can get us all killed. I see you with him again and you'll regret it.
Got a lump of bread today.
Good God, this dude is so slow. Women better just beat his ass. Well, could I just left him and ran all the way up here?
Up and at him.
What's going on?
Here you go. One village pyromaniac in the flesh.
Nap? You? I knew your mum for years. Charged her nary a copper. This is how you repay me. I've had enough. Hey, soldier. A minute of your time, please.
No! Willis, I beg you. I was drunk. Didn't know what I was doing.
I've told you, Master Willis. We will help you rebuild once reinforcements come. The supplies have been ordered.
Not what this is about, mate. This here's the arsonist. A witcher found him.
The forge was important to the garrison. Destroying it was sabotage. No trial needed here. Just a tree.
Villagers will really love you now.
Well, no, I don't give a flying fuck about them. You know, I hated the Black Ones at first, like everybody else did. Now I'm thinking they might just bring order to this place. Teach these layabouts some manners. But enough about that. Your reward. And I managed to save some things from the fire. Anvil's still whole, so I'm sure I can bang something out on it. You need anything, let me know. Give you a good price.
And that's done. Oh, the dude got what he reaped. I mean, been here a long time helping these people out, and that dude just burnt it down based on nothing, just his own anger at the Nilfgaardians. It's like I said, like that's one of those missions where it's like, you know, if you want to help the Nilfgaardians, you could let the guy go, and the quest goes unsolved, or it's resolved, but you know, for him, there's no justice. Excuse me. Or it's kind of like helping the Nilfgaardians, but that one's not too impactful. Helping him out and resolving the quest, or resolving the case, results in rewards for me. I get a discount out of him at his shop. His limited in what he can do, but it's you know, nice getting a discount. There's my horse. What are you doing over there?
Let's go.
So for now, I'm mainly going to stick to the main story. Just to get things moving, and then once I'm done with the main quest, I'll get out there and start doing all the exploring inside stuff.
Oh, make way.
There's another mission down there to the right. That's one thing they do in games I don't like. You're trying to look around, look at the scenery, and the camera like that, it pans automatically back forward. I'm like, no, I want to look at the scenery. Stop making me look away. Yeah, but here in White Orchard, there's not too much to look at. It's still not an ugly place, but it's not. It doesn't have the scenic.
Whoa!
Whoa, come on.
Go, go.
It doesn't have some. It doesn't have some of the shit. It's not as good looking as in other parts of the game. That's what I'm trying to say. I was trying to use a better words to describe it, and I couldn't think of it. Ooh, some wolves.
I like that silver.
Quick access menu. You have multiple items in your pockets. You can switch between them using R. Quick access menu. Use R to change bolts. Use with your crossbow. Okay. Nobody gonna fight me? I was hoping the fire was gonna get him. Shit. Oh. Come on. Let's see, some raw meat. Oh. Damn it. There we go. Dog tallow. I think dog tallow is just a crafting item. So what was over here? Guarded treasure? Alkahest? Linen, coal, ooh, a lesser glyph. Oil, dark iron ore, amber dust, pig hide. Steel ingot, nice. Ruby dust to diamond dust, nice. Okay, let's try. Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. Alright, yeah, that's meditation, quests, world map. Yeah, got it. Markers, markers. Inventory, here we go. My vitality is at 1700. So this should put it up to 1750. No, okay, so it is. It's 50 health over 5 seconds. Or 50. Yeah, it's 50 health per tick for 5 seconds. Okay. Alright, so the water is the one you really want. That's the one that's going to give you the most health back.
Run, Roach.
And so you want things with longer durations too. Alright, so now I finally know, and I can put that to rest. And this is a really cool scenic area. There's like broken bridges and stuff. Soldiers out training. Man, what sucked on pushers wearing all that gear.
Whoa there, Roach.
Go ahead and chill here, Roach.
Go on, Encazer!
Jesus. Wow, that dried fruit gave me a crap load of health.
Military camp. No locals allowed without the express consent of the garrison commander.
I look like a local to you?
You look like trouble.
Dead wrong. I make trouble go away. I'm a witcher.
A witcher? Captain Peter Sugwin Levy is in the tower. Turn right, past the gate.
Guessing your captain's got work for me.
This is the army, Nordling. There is no guessing.
To the tower. Go.
These people really like to sit here and try and boss random people around that have absolutely nothing to do with them. But, oh. You're about to steal in full view of guards. This could end badly. Well, there it goes.
Much work to do here. Quite a lot.
There is a stealing mechanic. It's my first time coming across it. Oh, wow. Dorian sword, master item, and leather scraps. Take all. Steel sword, plus 9 damage, 9% critical hit damage. Very nice. Nice gold. Gambison. That's one thing I don't like. Some of the... I really don't like how the random gear looks. Like the Gambisons. Yeah, see, plus 14 armor, 7 resistance to piercing, 10 to bludgeoning, and 15 to slashing. That's good armor. But God, it looks so fucking stupid. I don't like how the armor looks. I love how the Witcher gear looks. I hate how how the other gear looks. That's a pretty nice view. The water and everything. That's pretty cool looking. Alright, so let's go talk to this captain. I was really worried I wasn't going to make that jump. Yeah, but I think after you help the captain, you're allowed to raid this place.
Heard of the Fryhead Brigade?
We must requisition the share of your harvest.
Craftsman. Craftsman can craft a variety of items for you, for a small fee, of course. Blacksmiths forge weapons, armorers make armor. If you find a crafting diagram, take it to a craftsman of the right type and skill level to have them craft the item for you. Yeah, in this game, you don't buy weapons. There's no point in it.
Don't know any.
So, out for a little walk here, eh? Counting the Emperor's swords to lull you to sleep? Well, in the army, we've a place for nosy ramblers. The scaffold.
And thick-skulled quartermasters. They got a place.
You're clearly skilled at banter. And haggling? You got a knack for that as well?
Craft something for me. I'm not going to.
Craft something for me.
Yeah, but buying swords in the game and armor is pointless. The weapons you find and the ones you can craft, especially once you find a master craftsman, which I think there's only 3 in the game. I think there's 1 sword master craftsman, 1 armor and sword master craft woman, and then there's another master craftsman in the DLC. I think those are the only 3. But I mean, once you find them, they can make the best gear in the game. At any level, you bring them something, and they'll make that item for you, and it's better than the ones you can buy and find laying around. I believe. So there's not much of a point in ever buying weapons. On the left side of the screen is a list of crafting diagrams in your possession. Use L to scroll up and down, and X to select a category or diagram. On the right side of the screen is a detailed description of the currently selected item. The center of the screen shows the components needed. Creating items. Craftsmen need to eat too. To have them craft an item, you must pay them for their services. If you have enough coins, press X to craft the item. I wonder why it's highlighted. They must have changed the menu and never changed that or something. Because it looks like it's supposed to be highlighting the price and the craft item spot, but it's above it, which is weird. You need to find a craftsman with the right specialty, armor, blacksmith, etc. for the type of item you wish to craft, with enough skill to craft an item of its quality. Some items can be dismantled in order to obtain new crafting components. To dismantle an item, go to a craftsman and use the dismantle panel. Yeah, so that's the other thing is I said there's only 3 master craftsmen. They're the ones that can craft the best items. I think there's like dozens of craftsmen throughout the game of varying levels. Like the dwarf I just helped out in the last or on the last quest, excuse me, I think he is a... He's not a master, but he's not a novice either. I know I don't know what I can't remember what titles they have for them in the game, but because I mean some of them sometimes they use journeyman, or he's a journeyman, and in reality journeyman is like a novice. I mean there is no novice in real life. You're a journeyman. But in some video games, novice is novice, and journeyman's slightly advanced, and so it's a little weird. But what can he craft for me? Doesn't look like he can actually craft anything, and that's because of me. I don't have enough items. Junk. Huh. But they actually have an extremely extensive crafting system. Like, it was funny. I remember at one point I was actually buying the crafting items I needed, and I didn't realize just how much, how many things you could craft, and how extensive it was. And it's like you might need to make something that uses, I don't know, these 3 components here. And you're like, okay, so I need to go find those ore, and I can't find those ore anywhere, maybe, but this guy has it, so I'll just go ahead and buy it. Now, you can actually craft that ore. It's not something, you can find it, but it's not something you typically find. You find the components that makes that ore, which you combine to make this ore, which then you could use to combine into another item, or to craft something. It's the crafting system in this game is actually extremely in-depth, but it's also a bit not unnecessary, but I think it's a bit too extensive. They take it to such a great length that it almost negates other things in the game. So I think it's something where it's like they did it where, and if you want to do it like this, then you can, but you don't have to.
Morale holding up around here? You boys think you can win this thing?
Ah, a spy after all. Or one to stir trouble.
Neither. Just curious.
Right. Well, tell anyone who cares we will win this war, because Radovid is mad, as everyone knows, and we've an extraordinarily well-drilled and well-supplied army. Incidentally, did you wish to buy something?
No.
So long.
Yeah, see, and back to the whole war efforts, it's one thing. Like, the Nilfgaardians, it's mainly based on Emir's his power hungry. He came into this land attacking. He wants the land just to have, as far as I can remember, just for himself. I don't think there's a real reason for his invasion besides he wanted the land. But his lands were stable. His people might not like him, but they respected him. You know, he kept them safe and stuff. And then with Radovid, the people don't like Radovid. He's crazy, but again, he kept the lands safe. So it's like neither person's really bad, and that's another reason why I have an issue with the war that's going on. It's like in Skyrim. Oops, I didn't realize that would engage the story.
How much grain will your village give?
Whatever you say, Your Excellency.
Look at my hands. Look. See the calluses? These are not the hands of an excellency, but of a farmer. So we speak peasant to peasant. How much can you give?
40 bushels. There'd be more, sir, but our lads, the Temerians, that is, took from us earlier and...
You will give 30, and that will do. Let us settle on it, and I wish to see the transport soon.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you kindly.
I summoned only the Elderman and the smith, Willis. But it is said he is a dwarf. You are too tall to be him.
Plan to requisition something from him, too?
If it is necessary, yes, of course. We are at war, in case you have not noticed. Who are you? Speak.
Geralt of Rivia. Witcher.
Vatgern. This explains why I did not hear your footsteps. What do you seek here?
Yennefer of Vengerberg. Where was she headed?
That is a military secret.
Haven't thrown me out yet. Haven't called the guards. So go ahead. What's your price?
There is a griffin in the area. Slay it, and then I shall see what I can do.
Why do you care about this griffin?
Because I care about people. The beast has killed 10 already, including a few of my men. To hunt it, I would need to mobilize the entire garrison, comb the woods, organize a batu. Simply impossible.
Too big a hassle?
No, too high a risk. I cannot disperse my forces. Temeria's army we have crushed, but its common folk remain, ready to answer a call to arms. So, as to this griffin, I can sit on my hands, or hire a professional.
So he's not worried about any opposing force, but he is worried about the peasants just riling up.
It's a deal. Some questions before I start. Know where the griffin has its lair?
It kept to the Vulpine Woods at first. I sent a patrol there, 5 young men. A hunter found them 2 days on. They only recognized them because they wore our plate. Since then, the griffin has grown bold. Attacks in villages, fields, on the main road.
Meaning it's abandoned its lair. Gonna have to set a trap.
I judge from your tone this will not be easy. What do you require?
See if he has any more information.
Need more information about this griffin. Its sex, why it's abandoned its lair.
Shall I bring you witnesses?
They won't say anything I don't already know. I need to go where your men died. Look around. What's the name of the hunter who found them?
Mislav. He has a hut south of the village, very near the wood. Helpful fellow. A little strange, though.
I'll need bait. A specific herb. Buckthorn. Scent should lure the griffin from 10 miles off.
Buckthorn? I do not know this. But I am not yet fluent in the common tongue.
Probably mastered the basics, though. Hands up. Kill them.
No. First came idioms. Don't play with fire, for example. Go to Tomira, an herbalist. She lives near the crossroads. She will aid you.
Them trees in the background are going wild, I just noticed.
Tamira and Mislav. Thanks.
Es sunt jakten.
Active objective. If your current quest has more than one objective, you can choose which objective is tracked by pressing R3. Ask the hunter where he found the bodies. Ask the herbalist about Buckthorn. I'm going to go to the herbalist first. The one time I did this... The word is disease took him, fever, black boils in his armpits. We're talking about some soldier being dead, and the name popped out. I already forgot what it was. Do not speak of this. It's unpopular within the political officers. That's weird. They said Corporal something, and for some reason the name just stuck out to me. Cha! Jesus. This door's freaked.
We have much work to do.
But I'm going to go to the herbalist first, because apparently... What's going on now? Oh, fast travel. Once discovered, signposts will allow you to travel directly from one location to another. Walk up and simply press X to fast travel. That guy just appeared out of nowhere. The one time I did this mission, I went to the hunter first, and while I was doing that mission, I actually ended up finding the herb I needed, the buckthorn herb. and because of that, I never needed to go to the herbalist. And apparently, if that happens, or once you find the herb, that part of the mission is blocked out. Like, you can still go and find her, but some of the stuff is just lost and you can't do. So I actually want to go that way and do that. Oh, that's cool. He's sitting there drinking at the trowel. I was wondering what he was doing over there. That's pretty badass. So I want to go do that first. Let's check out the world map and see. Oh, why is that highlighted? Turn on specific icons within each filter. Just do so. Select an icon type. Well, when you select one of the icon types, you can toggle the map to view the center on each of the discovered locations of that type. To do so, use the buttons. Alright, so what was this? That's the herbalist. Oh, we actually passed through here coming up, I think. No, we did not. So how do I have that location already? Huh. Because I passed up this way because there's that quest by the water. Because I actually remember what that quest is. Yeah, we came up here and there was that treasure. So we'll go down. And I think once I get down here, I'll talk to the herbalist. And then before I leave, I'll check this little spot out and see what it is. Location or artifact that has yet to been discovered. So for the most part, you need to follow the road straight south. And at the split, go left. Oh, sun's starting to set. All sorts of weird noises. Is that like monsters out there or what? I mean, those are some weird noises. Run down hut. Who's that?
Whoa, Master Witcher.
Oh, I remember you. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this quest before we continue on real quick. Why not?